All right, Blanche, Todd Blanche. Here's the reasons why he should not be the country's attorney, because he's actually Trump's attorney. He never stopped being Trump's attorney, and he never will stop. And that's not good for us, because Trump is a convicted criminal and a professional grifter, and that is not good for us. That's not good for us. It is not working out well already, as we can see. All right, number one. This Epstein mess. How dare you be the person in charge of the Epstein files and you can't do the basic job of redacting the victim's information? Do you remember a time when the DOJ was extremely efficient? I mean, they won their cases like in the 96, 95 percentile situation. Yeah. This has to be on purpose. It had to be on purpose that you allow the names of the victims to be out there, and yet you cover up all of the pedophiles, right? You won't even meet with them. You met with Ghislaine Maxwell for 9 hours, but you would never meet with any of the victims until Senator Cornyn said that he wouldn't let you go further without at least meeting with the victims. So you check the box. That's exactly what the women came back and said, that basically they felt it was a checking of the box situation. You didn't listen. You didn't give a damn, nothing. This is the DOJ. Remember the DOJ outside of both Trump administrations, right? I mean, they was out here like great white sharks. No. Not now, right? Okay. Number two, because that was the first reason. Number two, the $1.8 billion anti-weaponization fund. First of all, the name, really. And then on the back of that fund, which was money to give to criminals, but you wanted to give Trump and his family immunity for tax liabilities henceforth. What kind of shit is that? That's ridiculous. I don't understand how anybody could even think about confirming this person. Pay attention to your senators who sign on to this, because that will tell you that they are okay with the corruption. And corruption means you and I are getting fucked over. But back to the fund. The judge, of course, threw it out as an improper cause, but he wouldn't put it in writing that it was dead. Yeah, he's like, yeah, but you saw me at the senator hearing meeting and I said it was dead. It wasn't going anywhere, but you won't put it in writing. That's a fucking problem. To even come up with it is a fucking problem. All right, number three, vindictive prosecutions. Of course, with the Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the court was like, get this shit out of here. This is a vindictive prosecution case. And then, of course, you go, this was all at the same time when you're going after James Comey and Attorney General Tish James of New York. Thank goodness those attorneys who were going after them were thrown out as illegitimate. And the cases went away because the judge tossed them out because the attorneys were illegally installed. Then when Cory Booker was talking to you and asked you about this relationship with Trump versus being the country's attorney, and you let it slip that you were Trump's attorney. Oh, I'm sorry, was his lawyer. That's a damn lie. And we can all see it. No recusal promise. And we know how important this is because the AG decides who gets investigated. And then the crypto free-for-all, where in April 2025, you fire all the crypto cops. Like, yeah, we're not investigating any of those cases. Right before World Liberty and Trump and his meme coin, where he makes $1.8 billion in crypto. And then, of course, pardons the Binance guy, CZ, who had already been convicted, was a criminal. Listen, okay, there's a call to action. There's two senators that would help him get out of this committee. Thom Tillis, who is retiring, and John Cornyn, who is involuntarily retiring because Trump helped his competitor. The other thing you need to know about John Cornyn is he was Texas State Attorney General and the Supreme Court Justice for the Texas state. So he knows better. You need to call them and make your voices loud.